Have you ever thought about this? What if one day you lost your sight? What could today's technology actually do for you? To find this out, I built AI-powered glasses. I taped both my eyes shut and spent the whole day experiencing what it's like to live without vision.
There are obstacles ahead. Pay attention to avoid it. And to the right.
We have organized all the code, hardware lists, and shell models. Everything is open sourced here. You can grab it freely if you want. Okay, brothers, now I'm heading to meet Chairman Zhao at the Disabled Persons Federation. I'm a bit nervous, to be honest. This is Chairman Zhao. She is the head of the Shanghai Blind Association. We wanted to hear some real needs from her, not just our assumptions.
Then our blind path. Well, there are blind alleys of travel. You first have to make this thing recognize as blind. One was going blind, then there is another one with brown dots. It's called a primitive ramp. It's not actually about the blind. In fact, it is a street vendor who took up the blind road. I would like to ask, how did you think it was just looking for something for do this in this regard?
Early this year, I made a video demonstrating the most powerful open-source vision model, Queen Omni at the time. After I posted the video, I noticed something in the comment section. Every time I mentioned the visual capabilities of large models, there were always some comments like this. But to be honest, I wasn't that confident myself. It's been years since I saw a blind person in real life. If AI can truly be a third eye, then why don't we see any one of them in the real world? I genuinely wanted to understand the limits of AI's visual capabilities, even if it meant being blind myself. We began 6 months of experimentation and exploration. Before starting the project, we bought lots of AI glasses to study. Most of them weren't real-time interactive. Some of them use the binocular depth cameras, more powerful, yes, but it's also bulkier and far more expensive. After doing some basic research, we already have a rough idea of what we wanted. To truly help visually impaired people, this AI must be lightweighted, compact, cheap, and extremely fast to respond. To meet all these requirements means the computation power must be cloud-based. On the device itself, there's only space just enough to capture data and send them to the cloud. Choosing a cheap yet capable large model was also very crucial. We use Alibaba's open-source model Queen Omni. But until this point, it's just still a chatbot. But the truth is, visually impaired people actually move much faster than we imagine. Even if the fastest multimodal model on the cloud responds once per second, that's very long time. So we need to combine the large model's vision power along with the smaller, lighter agents, and big model call the tasks when needed. Sounds great, right? But, well, that's when the nightmare really began. Neither Guoyun nor I had ever done hardware work before. But whenever we wanted to give up, I would come across videos from blind bloggers saying things like this.
I can't walk in a straight line without a reference. Sorry.
So each time I'd always think, let's keep going though. During that time, I even brought my soldering iron on business trips to practice my soldering skills. Yeah, the journey was painful, but also it's kind of joyful. We embarked on this endless journey. I tried to learn embedded design, figuring out soldering temperatures, and burning my fingers smelling like bacon several times. But none of this really mattered actually, because we know what we were building truly meant something. Okay, so finally, this is the AI glasses we made. The 3D printed version doesn't look as good as the rendered version, but for us it was quite really achievement. Our hardware setup includes a camera, microphone, speaker, and IMU. The total cost is just over 100 RMB, about $20. The ESP32 and IMU were the most expensive parts, everything else was just a few yuan. The final plan was to use IMU data to combine it with camera input for real-time sense capture, and feed them into a small model for visual recognition and analysis. And finally, our feedback rate can reach 20 FPS. The overall technique framework is like this. On top, the multimodal large language model Queen. Then on the bottom is our customer-trained image recognition model. We use YOLO as the detection backbone. It's very simple, but very effective. On top of that, we added optical flow algorithm so that we can form a complete agent. The overall software-hardware structure works like this. The ESP32 connects to a phone hotspot, sending data from the camera, mic, and IMU to our public server. There, our application server processes it, sending videos and audio through APIs to Queen for analysis. Meanwhile, YOLO-E, media pipe, optical flow, and guidance algorithms run directly on the server. Finally, Queen's responses and algorithm results are packed together, sent back to ESP32, decoded, and played through the speaker. So the final result is the large model can interpret your natural voices commands in real time and guide you to walk the tactile paths, cross streets, and finding things. We have made everything public. Code, setup guides, all available here for everyone to use. There's a huge pitfall we discover afterwards. The ESP32S3 Sense only supports 4G. You have to lower the image quality. But since our recognition model is pretty strong, so it actually didn't hurt the results much. But anyway, I think we ended up with meeting all our original goals. Lightweight, cheap, compact, and fast. The basic function of it can respond to your voice and the camera feeds in real time. Tell me what date it is.
Well, from the picture, it shows September 28th.
Describe the person in the mirror. Be subjective.
The person in the mirror looks a little skinny. The hair is black. It's shorter. He's wearing glasses. The eye frame is quite conspicuous. The facial features are quite stiff. The lips are neither thick nor thin. The overall feeling is just an ordinary appearance.
Besides these basic use, it can also call preset workflows via the large model. We trained an image recognition model for the object finding workflow. Find me a watermelon. It uses YOLO-E as a backbone to detect objects and continuously gives voice corrections, adjusting your head and hand positions
forward,
relatively
forward,
to the items.
Right, up, forward, forward, right.
When your hand
forward,
overlaps with the object,
forward.
it tells you to move forward until you touches it. Find me a cucumber.
Found it. Up, left, left. Right, left, left, forward, forward, forward.
Check if this is a cucumber.
From the picture, what you have in your hand is indeed a cucumber.
What section of the supermarket it is?
This is supposed to be the food section. There are goods such as cans.
Are there any drinks here?
Yeah, the shelves are full of drinks.
Finds me a AD milk.
Found it, found it. Left, 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 right, up, left, 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 forward, forward.
And when we met Chairman Zhao at that day, we were very excited to let her try it. But I don't know, for some reason, everything was buggy at that day. And also, some of our design ideas didn't really click. And Chairman Zhao, she had tested almost every visual aid devices on the market, so she was polite, but I still felt a bit crushed.
Okay, we can also accept it like this one. Why? Because we actually developed these with you. These products are directly tested step by step.
We should do it all over again. Let's redo it. After that, we reflected deeply. We reconstructed the system completely and boosted its robustness to a new level. After that, I made myself a promise. Once we finish improving it, one of us must go out and test it on the streets. We're gonna test the code tomorrow, huh?
Huh? Testing tomorrow? Be careful not to be killed.
No, you're gonna test it.
Why should I do the test?
You write the code, you definitely gonna test it. Even though the code was written by us and we have done many internal tests, I still felt very nervous. But this had to be done. The goal was to complete a few major tasks a blind person might face in the daily life, with our eyes taped and use only our AI glasses to guide. When you tape your eyes shut and the world goes completely black, the feeling is terrifying. I cannot really describe it, but imagine closing your eyes. You're walking down a very busy street, and you can hear everything very clearly. The scooters, conversations, car washing by, along with your own breathing. It's all surrounding you. But after taking the first step, things got a little bit easier. Our system could recognize tactile paths, even faded gray like this. It can also recognize. It can detect obstacles on them and help you find a way around. If you walked off the line, the IMU and camera data together would trigger voice corrections in real time. Because the frame rate was high, the glasses were constantly whispering instructions like this.
Move right. Move right. Move right and keep going straight. Turn right and keep going straight. Turn left and
This
keep going
voice
straight.
guidance
Move left,
was
keep
the
going
only
straight.
bridge between AI and you. It used turn left, move right, keep straight, something like this, to guide how you walk, ensuring that you walk a straight line in the 2D space.
Move right. Move right. Turn right. Move right. Move right. Keep going straight. Keep going straight.
Later,
keep
when
going
we
straight.
watched the
Move right.
footage, I realized I kept moving left. Maybe there's a little problem with my brain, but luckily the system always corrected me back. In the city, every few hundred meters there's a crosswalk and a traffic light. Visually impaired people rely on the direction and sound of the traffic to cross. I have seen a video by Huang Ying. She said it's very easier to drift off course, and the traffic sounds are terrifying. So we trained a model to recognize crosswalks and traffic lights. When the camera detects weird tactile paths mid crosswalk,
It turns out
it
that the zebra
alerts you
crossing road is
that
activated.
you can cross
Waiting for
through.
the green light.
After that, it will
Waiting
check
for
the
the
traffic
green
light.
Waiting
Red
for the
means
green
wait,
light.
green means
Green
go,
light is
and
stable.
continuously
Begin
analyze
to
the angle of
pass.
the crosswalk
Turn left.
lines to
Move
prevent
left.
you
Turn
from
left.
moving
Turn left.
left
Turn
or
left.
too
Turn
right.
left. Move left. Keep going straight. Turn right and keep going straight.
In theory, it works. We have accounted for everything we can think of. But when you are blindfolded and cars are rushing past your ears, it's 10 times scarier than we walking on tactile paths. Still, the system guided me safely across. That was my first full test. Afterwards, I feel so emotional. Later, I realized I was too nervous to record the audio. But honestly, I don't know what I was saying at that time. My head was spinning. But as you can see, the street was simple, straight, not many obstacles. So we want to push our system even further. We shifted to a busy area, full of people and obstacles. Bikes were parked everywhere and food delivery scooters completely blocked the tactile paths. But despite bumping into a few bikes and people, the system actually held up. Pretty stable overall.
Turn left and go straight. There's a car ahead. Pay attention to avoidance. Turn left. Keep going straight. Keep going straight. Keep going straight and turn left.
Of course, accidents still happened. But every time they did, some kind of stranger will stopped, try to help. Especially this small kid. When I watched the footage later, I think she had serious problems with his neck, but she still stood there and scolded me for a 4 minutes. After many hours of testing, I became more and more familiar with the AI guidance system. On the final test, I walked 4 blocks, crossed 3 traffic lights, fully blindfolded, without any help in just 27 minutes. Don't think 27 minutes is too long. Actually, in the beginning, I spent 30 minutes to walk just 1/4 of that length. So yeah, I was very proud. This time I felt it worked so smooth, right? Yeah, it definitely worked. I feel like, in the end, I'm pretty confident with it. Actually, we even wrote a more complex workflow to find the subway station, entering it, finding the elevator, things like that. But honestly, after all those tests, I just don't have the courage to try it. We really coded the workflow, but to be honest, I'm pretty afraid to try it myself. In the end, Guoyu helped me into the subway. I realized I have took subways thousands of times, but this time, taking subway with my eyes folded, the feeling was so strange. I can hardly imagine what kind of AI can help blind person to enter the station, find the elevator, go through the security check, find the train platform, and entering it. We filmed this video after China's National Day holiday. At the time, Shanghai was full of tourists. I wanted to test crossing tactile paths and roads here, but honestly, it was too complex. However, chatting with AI and letting it describe the city scenery, that works fine. Describe what's in front of me.
The river was dyed a soft fuchsia. The reflection of the tower is intertwined with ripples. The night shrouded the ancient buildings. The red flag on the roof shone brightly in the gray-blue sky. Under the darkness, the whole city seemed to be illuminated by golden light. The silhouette softens in the light. The point of light is like a gentle line. The laughter was scattered by the wind between the crowd and the water. Point to the city lit by lights.
Every time I took off the tape, I couldn't describe how it felt. My eyes. It's so bright outside. But I swear, if you watching the video right now, you already have the most beautiful thing in the world. That night, back into the studio, I feel mixed emotions. I cannot wait to export all the data and see what's really happening in that day. I found that every time I was in danger, someone appeared to help.
哦，没事没事。
右边，右边。
I promise you, none of this was staged. Everything was 100% real and spontaneous. Our AI, combined with love, together they form a complete system. So back to the original question, what can AI do for the visually impaired person? There's no doubt that AI can absolutely help them, but technology alone is far more enough. We need to do something more together. I know this sounds cliche, but I have also parked bicycles on the tactile paths before. Not because I wanted to do any harm, but I simply didn't realize the consequences. If you have ever do something similar like this, from today, you can start doing small things. This a little bit of love can make a real difference. Okay, that's all for this video. It was an incredibly difficult video to make. So if you enjoyed this video, please give us a thumb up, or leave a comment and subscribe. We will continue testing and building things with AI by my own hand, if you like. And thanks for all of your support. I will see you next time. Bye bye.